Hello world, welcome back to Art with Honesty, and in today's video we're drawing another one of my D&D characters. So let's just get into it.
Who's that Pokemon?
It's Pikachu!
It's a rogue.
Now I know what you're thinking. It's what everyone thinks when they start playing D&D. Say it with me now. I'm gonna play a rogue. A rogue. Why a rogue? No one knows. It's what they're playing. I think it's because everyone thinks that they're dark and mysterious and they're trying really hard to be the orphan kid that just grew up on the streets. But most rogues are just stealing from their party behind their backs. And the character I'm drawing today is no different. Introducing Thaddeus. Thaddeus the Rogue. You know the deal by now. I am drawing every character from my D&D campaign that has been going on for over a year, and I'm drawing them in hopes to give posters of them to their players when next we start the new year, the new campaign, or the new chapter of the campaign. So this next character's name is Thaddeus, and Thaddeus is our designated rogue. Now every party needs at least a healer and a rogue. All the other ones, not so much. You can get by with at least a healer and a rogue. And Thaddeus is our designated rogue. How good he is as a rogue? He's not good. He's terrible. He's also very pompous, but I'll get into that. Let's talk about design. So, because this campaign is called the Odyssey of the Dragon Lords, and it's set in ancient Greece, I wanted to implement a lot of Greek designs into Thaddeus's design. But I also wanted to include some of that D&D whimsy, that D&D fun. So he's got Roman chest plate, Greek chest plate, Greek kind of like a half skirt, some pants underneath, because we don't want to be showing too much, and then a little cape because he is a rogue, so he does need something to be mysterious behind. Hello, I'm Thaddeus and I come out of the shadows. I also gave him some nice boots and a bow and arrow because that is his weapon of choice. So that's Thaddeus's design. He's also a bit scruffier looking. He's not as handsome as Zircon, I would say, but maybe that's just because I like the dark and brooding type, and Thaddeus is not that. His character is also very naive, so I tried to bring that in with his design. So at this point, I bet you're wondering, who is Thaddeus? Why is the creator of Thaddeus not a huge fan of him? And etc, etc. Well, okay, so let's get into some backstory about Thaddeus. Thaddeus is the rogue in the party, like I mentioned, I think 1,000 times, but he's also one of the, oh my gosh, I don't know how to say this, more cowardly people in the party. You know, rogues, they go and hide behind something and then they shoot you out of nowhere and stab you in the back. Maybe I just don't like rogues in general, but Thaddeus grew up among centaurs. So he was orphaned as a child by centaurs, and then what they do is like a victory kind of thing, is they take the young and they force them to kind of grow up in the Centurion tribe. And if you don't make it, if you die, they're like, oh well, gonna raid another village and take some more children, ha 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 ha. So Thaddeus grew up among centaurs. Centaurs are very vicious, very territorial, and they move around a lot, so kind of like nomads, and they're half horse, half man. So when they move around a lot, they move quite quickly because they're half horse, and in D&D horses can run 60 feet per turn and humans can only run 30 feet per turn. So Thaddeus had to kind of keep up or get left behind, and so he is kind of a bit naive, a bit sheltered, kind of like Asteria as to the ways of the world. He doesn't really know human customs or city life as much as we do. It kind of comes back to bite him a little bit when he's interacting with people who see that he's naive and can exploit that kind of naivete. Centaurs also kind of have this one woman raises them all kind of mentality, so it's a bunch of caretakers in the Centurion camp that will take care of all the babies. So Thaddeus is very close with one of the centaurs from the centaur camp that he was a part of, because there's different tribes, and he likes to make sure that she's okay. And she's actually joined our party as one of the sidekicks. So I think that's really cool that my DM managed to kind of, make sure everything's connected and everything kind of goes around. Thaddeus is not beating the orphan child, dark and brooding accusations, because I think I know very little about Thaddeus. I know a lot about Zircon, I know a lot about Asteria, I know a lot about my own character. Thaddeus, I only have a brief kind of understanding of his background, and that's because he doesn't really share a lot. Because he's very closed off and also very sheltered, so he doesn't really know what is appropriate to share, which I can't blame him for. But it's definitely not beating the rogue allegations at this point. Might as well just say rogues are all the same. So in the beginning of the video, I said that Thaddeus is very pompous, and I believe that this is true. This is my own personal opinion though, so if there's any rogue people in the comments being not all rogues are like this, find me a rogue and prove me wrong, okay? Because all you rogues are the same. Are the exact same. It's you guys all made carbon copies of each other. What is going on there? Anyway, sorry. Thaddeus is a bit pompous. He is apparently the hero, and then he'll be I'll defeat you, I'll kill you guys, ha 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 ha, and then he'll go and hide and shoot you in the back. What do you mean? What do you mean you're the hero? I've never heard of Hercules being I'm going to defend this city, and then go and hide and then shoot someone in the back. Never heard of it. But that's what Thaddeus does, because he's a rogue, because he's a little coward boy, because he's a little scaredy cat. Do I like this character? Yes, I think it's a great character. He does probably do the most damage in our group. He also kills probably the most people. But why? Because he's hiding. He's not taking any of the damage. So I guess we should get into kind of some of the stories I have about Thaddeus before, I divulge into a rant about how rogues are kind of just all the same. So in my previous video, I mentioned how Zircon and Thaddeus have this weird bromance homosexual relationship where they will do anything for each other. Zircon asked Thaddeus to hold the doors open while he blew up those firewalker camps. In the story I told you in the last video, he held the doors while Zircon threw a fireball in each room. And you know what happened? Thaddeus got his eyebrows singed off. And then, Asteria was I'll make it better. I'll make it better. And then she drew on squiggly lines on his eyebrows to kind of be look, you still have eyebrows. Thaddeus is also not great with the women. He also likes the more exotic women. And by exotic, I mean different race entirely, like Medusa, nymph, oracle, goddess, you name it. He likes it. He likes the exotic women, but he's also naive. He's innocent. He's never ever met a woman before, let alone talked to one. So when a woman is hey, hi Thaddeus, how are you doing tonight? He's oh my goodness, I don't know how to act. And he got manipulated by a lady to steal a freaking lyre. So a lyre is kind of a little guitar thingy, but not really. He got manipulated by a lady by having some shaboink-a-boink to steal a lyre from a person in our party. How desperate are you for some shaboink-a-boink to steal from your party? How desperate? How living under a rock, how sheltered are you to do this kind of nonsense? This ridiculous kind of nonsense, bro. Come on. He's also now missing all his shots because we have the Medusa lady that I mentioned in video 1, named Moxina, the Lady of Coin, the boss baddie. She runs her own criminal empire, and because she's a rogue like him, an actual cruel rogue, mind you, an actual cool rogue, he's missing all his shots because he's damn, there's a pretty lady next to me and she's so much better at killing things than I am, and I'm just a boy in a world. Wow. He's not great with the ladies. I mean, clearly whatever he's doing is working because there's been a few ladies that are interested in him. Another thing that could happen, but I don't really see it happening, is Kira, the goddess, that's the sidekick in our group. She will marry whoever can beat her in a foot race because she can run very fast and it's her thing. She'll marry whoever can beat her in a foot race. And technically, Thaddeus can move 120 feet in a round. 120 feet. Do you know what that is? That's insane. That's crazy. So if he can move 120 feet in a round, I'm pretty sure maybe he can beat Kira in a foot race. And if he does, I'm hearing wedding bells. Ding, 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 ding. In the previous video, I said that Zircon has been caught by a smothering rug twice. And if I had a nickel for every time Thaddeus got caught by a mimic, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird it happened twice. Well, actually, maybe not, because he is a rogue and rogues touch things that they're not supposed to, and turns out it's a mimic. When you go for a snack and your snack bites you back, that's a mimic. That's a mimic. And I guess at this point, I bet you're wondering, why so much hate for the rogue? Why so much hate for Thaddeus? What does this artist have against Thaddeus? Well, me, I have nothing personally against him. Like I said, I think he's a great character. But he kinda kill steals. Like, you've been wearing down this enemy and then just this rogue just shoots him in a little dark corner and then the guy's dead. The guy's dead. You've been working on him for a whole round and this guy's like, pew! And he's gone. He kills steals. Earlier I did say that Thaddeus steals from the party and I lied to you. I'm really sorry. I'm allowed to do that, right? Like, I can lie to you and you're okay with it? Anyway, let me know down in the comments if you're okay with me lying to you, because it's gonna happen and you're gonna just have to get used to it. Thaddeus doesn't actually steal from the party. Sure, he opens up a lot of doors and chests and wow. Just realized how many breaking and entering we have. Are we really the heroes? Yeah, so he doesn't actually steal from the party, which is great, because when rogues do that, you guys suck. Yo, I gotta calm down with the rogue hate. I'm sorry guys, you're just catching strays. Is it strays if it's directed towards you? I should get back into like Thaddeus's background. So fun fact, Thaddeus is actually the grandson of Sidon. So like I said, Sidon and Lutheria are the villains of the story, villain, villainess, and they're very cool villains and villainess, but they're also like based on Greek mythology, and so they've got this weird husband-wife, sister-brother relationship. Anyway, like I said, they kind of sleep around a lot, so typical Greek gods, like if they can, they will. And so Thaddeus is actually the great-grandson of Sidon, or the grandson of Sidon, because his grandmother actually like attracted his attention because she was like a sorceress and he tried to kill her, and then she like put her soul in a locket, which Thaddeus like consults for advice. He's like, Grandma, should I go have shaboink-a-boink with this lady? And Grandma's like, no, I think she's leading you into a trap. And he's like, great advice, Grandma, I'm gonna do it anyway. So she really helps him with like a lot of like magical checks, because like I said, she was a sorceress back in her time, and that kind of really gives him an advantage. He's also trying to be one of the Dragon Lords. Dragon Lords are basically like dragon riders. You like form a bond with a dragon rider. Him and Zircon have this weird kind of competition to become the first Dragon Lord. So when Zircon got his dragon egg before Thaddeus, it was kind of a big deal, you know? Typical bromance, typical homosexual relationship. So they both want to be Dragon Lords. Thaddeus and Zircon also share like each one half of a crown. So even though they both share one half of a crown, which is supposed to help them when they finally want to become Dragon Lords, and they're also looking out for armor that they can wear and use to become Dragon Lords. And like I've been doing in all these kind of drawings, all these kind of poster designs, I guess, that I really want to give my players as soon as possible, I've been drawing their background to be where that character kind of comes from. So because Thaddeus ran with the centaurs, his background is more of like fields. Centaurs live in an area called the steppes, and the steppes are basically like these just massive rolling hills filled with grass, and gives them the ability to run very far. So that's kind of why I drew him in this kind of field background with very little kind of geographical landmarks. I also made sure to give him a little teepee because centaurs are based on, I believe, Native Americans. So they do kind of have similar styles, and so the hut is basically kind of loosely based on that. I didn't really want to go into too much detail, it's just a background. But I did want to allude to where Thaddeus comes from, just like I did with Asteria and Zircon, because again, these characters do mean a lot to me, and the players who play them mean a lot to me. And being able to play D&D as often as I'm able to is also such a huge win. Okay, so the last story I have for you, and I think it's the one that sticks in my brain the most, because I think it just fuels my hatred for rogues. So, like I said earlier, Thaddeus is not great with the ladies, but he does enjoy the exotic tastes. He is a connoisseur of exotic women. He likes them from different races, like I mentioned. So this one time we had to go deal with this nymph because she's causing havoc in the forest. She's killing people, both fae and human alike. She is getting rid of them. They are not welcome in her forest. So we have to go deal with her because, it's not good for business. And we're also the heroes. We have to deal with her. She's also working with Sidon and Lutheria and the villains. They're not great people. So we go and fight this lady. And this is going to be a tough fight, okay? We're still very young adventurers. We're still getting used to working together. This is going to be a tough fight. And you know what happens? You know what this man does not manage to, save on? This beautiful nymph charms him, and he starts attacking us players. I was mad. I was furious. I was fuming. Not only because, he's our heaviest hitter, but he was attacking us. He got charmed by another lady. This is now the second time Thaddeus has been charmed by a lady. He's been charmed by this nymph to attack the party. And he's been charmed by the other lady to steal a lyre. I'm thinking this man, if you put a sexy lady in front of him, he's yours. He's yours. You don't even have to worry about it. You don't even have to think about it. He's going to be like, hello, ladies. Thaddeus here. And then he's going to go hide in a corner and shoot you. So I don't really have a lot to talk about. When it comes to Thaddeus, I do these videos unscripted, so when I'm trying to remember stuff about Thaddeus, it's coming up as a blank, so I'm really sorry that this video is a bit shorter. I hope you really enjoyed this video, and I hope you'll like and subscribe, because these videos and these people in this D&D campaign really means a lot to me. And I hope you'll come back next week, because there's a lot more where this came from. Bye!